Okay, Top Gear dodging project. Got a chassis, fitted the engine, had a visit from Stig. All we need to do now is finish it off. First job, I'm going to start from the back and move my way forward. So I'm going to mount the fuel tank, the battery, and then hopefully by the time I finish that, my sprocket will have arrived, so I can sort that out, sort the chain tensioning system out, and we can do the brake caliper, and then after that it's gear shifter or electrics or whatnot. But there we are. All finished. Yes, worked out rather nicely. The chain actually doesn't need any tensioning how it is at the moment, but I don't think I'm going to be keeping these sprocket sizes because I think that rear sprocket is way too big. Now, if we do change the sprockets and we do need a little bit of tension, I've put this little sprocket on a bearing that we can move up and down underneath, and that can kind of take out the slack. Now then, fuel pump went where the battery was going to go, and I've put the battery just here, which works out quite nicely because that's kind of where it was on the motorbike, which should mean the wiring loom connects up to it a lot better. I think the next job now is the gear shifter, because that's just what I fancy doing. Got the shifter off the motorbike, I'm going to mount that somewhere around here, being careful not to foul the steering. And then the attachment that goes onto the output shaft is going to want a little bit of modification. It's going to want bringing out slightly, and then we'll run a rod up here, past where the water hose is going to be, through this little bit of chassis, and then connect back onto our lever, which will want the little connector bit moving from there down to underneath. Now I'm told Stig's got massive feet. They're going to be a disadvantage when he gets in this, but I can't do anything about that, and I don't suppose he's going to change them. So, look at that exhaust pipe, mate. I can't stop looking at that. I'm well pleased with that. Oh, no. Got the gears done, very nice. Now, next job I think on my wonderful list, I need something to attach the steering system to up here. So I think we're going to make a detachable piece of frame that fixes onto these little engine mounts at the side here. We'll go up and over, the coils can attach to it, and then we've got like a solid piece of frame which I can mount the steering system on. And I think the steering system's going to get a bit of review soon because I don't like it, but there we are. Let's get on with that.
Just an hour ago, since I checked the time was right. I never thought it would come to this. Now our time is over. I waited by the park to see if things would change. I never
got my steering done at last. My first idea wasn't particularly fantastic. It was a nice solid bearing, you know, that fixed on there as that one does. But I was looking at it, I was thinking, I can't do any adjustment to this. If anything starts to become slack, there's no way of tightening anything up. I can't fix anything to the bottom because the shaft has to be able to slide down through the bearings, and then to fix the handlebars on the top, there was just like this little collar I was going to make, and I was going to weld it up, which is alright, unless of course you want to move the handlebars or change the length of them or anything like that. So I thought, no, so I've gone with this. Now, I don't know why I didn't do this in the first place, because I kind of did something similar to this with the world's fastest pram, but it appears that, you know, my brain left me that day. So we've got a BMX stem chopped down, so we can use the stem. We can weld stuff to it because it can come up the bottom and that bit can come down from the top. And then we've got these little rods here with these rose bearings on, which will come down onto the steering column and then move the front wheel. And the front wheel. Right, steering system. Doing away with this idea completely because it's rubbish. The straight shaft into it, if you put angles and everything on all that into it, it just ends up walking along, and I just thought, it's rubbish, Colin. Let's abandon that. So, I've made a set of proper forks. Now these are quite good. These are all the bits and all kind of mounted into the box section, and it's done in a way that I've bolted it together so I can unbolt it, and then once I'm happy with it I can go around and weld it all up once I know everything is the dimension and size of which I require. So we've just got to alter the frame slightly to get this in. I'm going to move this up, tilt it back a little bit so it's got a bit of angle on it, and then fingers crossed that will be the best solution of which we can fit in the space we've got. Oh, what have we got here? Look at this, look. This is my apparent helper. Look, you got your mum's gloves. Go on then, boy, rock it out.
Fall and see it's not that far. What we call this.
Steering system finally done. Mounted my coils up here, very nice. Next job, the radiator. Now this is the one that come on the bike, and it's actually got a curve to it. And I thought, oh, this will be handy. You can sit in the front here, and it can curve around with the front of the Dodgem. But it means all the inlet pipes are all either on the wrong side or in the wrong orientation. And after a little bit of jiggering and thinking, could we do it like this? I've decided to abandon this one completely. And I've got this little small one, which is marginally better. So the pipes are still not exactly where I'd like them, but they're better than that one. And also, this offers me a little bit more space without the steering smacking it or the top of the Dodgem being hard to get on. So we're going to stick that there, connect it up in whatever way fashion we can. And that's the next job. Oh, beautiful. Wing! Ding, 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 ding. That's a two-stroke, Colin. Not a two-stroke.
What we call victory, ascent to sky.
Right, got ourselves a nice cooling system sorted. Now all we got to do, set of handlebars, whack the controls on, stick the wiring loom, fire it up.
Less responsibility, we don't need to focus, soon it's all anarchy. Arrivals from life, the just to death, free tickets, good riddance. We couldn't care less, no justice, just a world that collapses. More funerals, the weddings, it all turns into ashes. The world is ugly, bizarre. Your silence comes slowly and defines who you are. Suicidal, survival, idols become rivals. Who'll be the first to pick up a rifle?
You need apples.
It's not that far. What we call victory has turned to scars. Burned leaves, the world goes dark.
As if it starts. She's a beauty! Right, let's put the lid on it. There we go then, mechanically completely finished. All I've got to do now is add a paint job, stick all the chromey bits back on and take it for a spin. Now, once it's ready and that video is all done, it'll be available up here in this box. And of course, this is all about the new series of Top Gear. You can check out what they've been up to down here in this box. But there we are. See you in the next video.